Hey everybody, today I want to talk to you about hormonal imbalance. This is something that is starting to get a little bit more media attention and a little bit more buzz around it, but it is something that our society is significantly struggling with right now, and there's a lot of people out there that are suffering from hormonal imbalance that have absolutely no clue that they're imbalanced. So they're experiencing all of these, what mainstream medicine considers just random symptoms of things or random ailments of things that no one seems to be putting together as a hormonal imbalance or could be caused by hormonal imbalance. So a little bit of background on that. Our hormones are produced by the glands of our endocrine system. Okay, so our pituitary gland, our adrenal gland, our thyroid, those are the system that produces our hormones. Okay, those hormones are responsible for regulating our metabolism, our sleep cycles, our heart rate, our reproductive organs and aspects for both men and women, our body temperature, and our overall growth and development, okay, throughout the years. From the time we're young through when we go through puberty is when they really kind of start being active and kind of taking some things over, all the way through menopause in women and then until we die. And there are so many different things in our society today that can lead to imbalance of these hormones that we're not even really aware of, okay? You can have imbalances in your insulin sensitivity, which cause you to become insulin resistant. You can have imbalances in your sex hormone production, which will cause a drop in sexual drive and cause infertility. You could also have a drop in your adrenal function, okay, so, or cortisol insufficiency, and so your body is either not producing enough cortisol or producing too much cortisol, and you could be imbalanced there. Both men and women suffer from hormone imbalance, and it can cause a significant amount of side effects that you won't even necessarily kind of put two and two together as being the issue. Things like anxiety and depression, severe difficulty in sleeping, or you notice that your sleep patterns are disrupted multiple times per night, or you have, suffer from things like insomnia. You could be getting skin rashes or be experiencing super dry skin, melasma, rosacea, psoriasis, all of those kinds of things. You could be having headaches significant amounts of the time, either regular headaches or migraine headaches. You could have unexpected weight loss or weight gain that just kind of seemingly comes on out of nowhere. Infertility, like I talked about a minute ago, is a huge red flag in both men and women. You could have increased facial hair growth or body hair growth in both men and women. In females, you could be experiencing significantly irregular menstrual cycles, or be experiencing super heavy menstrual cycles with extreme cramping and things of that nature. You could be having issues with bloating and constipation, or the inability to go to the bathroom. Like I said earlier too, decreased sex drive is another main one. For men and women both alike, you could be noticing a significant amount of hair loss or thinning of the hair, or your hair is just very brittle and breaks easily. All of those things, you could also be increasing in insulin resistance, like I mentioned a minute ago, and be experiencing either pre-diabetes or even the onset of type 2 diabetes as a older child or adult. All of these things are handled by your doctor completely separately, right? If you're having hair loss, they'll just give you some, I think it's called Propecia, or, whatever they use for hair growth. If you're suffering from anxiety and depression, they'll just slap you on some anti-anxiety meds. And Everybody knows how I feel about those. If you're experiencing infertility, they'll send you to a clinic and they'll put you on all kinds of medications and stuff to try and help get you pregnant. If you're experiencing sleep difficulties, they'll just slap you on some sleep medication or some Ambien and kind of say, hey, go to sleep now. If you're having migraines, they'll send you to a neurologist. They'll put you on all kinds of medications. So you see how every single one of these things just leads to you going to the doctor and being put on some kind of medicine. Well, what happens if you're experiencing a significant amount of those all at the same time? That you're super anxious and you're experiencing migraine headaches regularly. And you've gained kind of like 30 pounds out of the blue and have no idea, and your hair is falling out of your head and you can't sleep at all. And so now you're on an anti-anxiety medication, you're on a migraine headache medication, you're on a medication to help your hair get thicker and grow back. And now then you're on, all kinds of other things. Plus you've got irregular periods if you're a female on top of all of that. And you're having to take tons and tons of ibuprofen because the cramping is so bad and all of those kinds of things. Guys, those are not completely separate conditions that need to be handled separately. You have a significant amount of symptoms or side effects of a massive hormonal imbalance. And once that is determined where the imbalance lies, a protocol can be put together for you in order to rebalance those hormones. And that doesn't have to be from what you would consider traditional hormone replacement therapy. That can be, first and foremost, nutrition, okay? All of these things, all of these imbalances stem from a lack of proper nutrition, okay? Or an imbalance somewhere in your nutrition that's then throwing all of these other things off. Heck, it can even be caused by being in a massive calorie deficit or suffering from an eating disorder for so many years that you've literally shut down your hormone production. It has to come first from nutrition. If the imbalance is bad enough that we need to put you on hormone replacement therapy, that's absolutely an option. Guys, don't let your doctors put you on a synthetic hormone replacement, okay? You need to be asking if in the event you're already there and you're suffering from something like Hashimoto's or other autoimmune conditions that have been as the result of some massive hormonal imbalance for a long period of time. Guys, make sure that your physicians are putting you on a bioidentical hormone replacement, okay? Bioidentical just means that they are formulating that hormone replacement in as close of a way possible as your body would naturally produce that hormone, okay? That makes a huge difference in how your body is going to continue to produce what little amounts of those hormones you still have remaining and what you are still producing, even if it is on a smaller level. So get your nutrition in check. Get your hormones checked. Find out where those imbalances lie so that you can be working with a professional to rectify that situation, which will then help get you off of your anti-anxiety meds, help get you off of headache meds, and help get you free of those conditions, right? And as an added bonus, it's going to help get that added weight off that you gained because of the hormonal imbalance, okay? So get with a professional. There are people called functional diagnostic nutritionists that can assist you with lab work. If your doctors are unwilling to run the lab work and full blood hormone panels that you're asking them for, or seek out a functional medicine doctor that can help you with that. Myself as a nutrition coach, I work with a lot of clients right now who are having some significant hormonal imbalance, and I'm working with them in order to make sure that their nutrition is on point and they're eating the things that are going to help produce their hormones and getting rid of the things that are actually going to keep contributing to the hormone imbalance, okay? So if you feel like any of these conditions are kind of pointing your way, or you're like, oh, I experienced that, and oh, okay, I've had that, or oh, wow, I've had that and that and that, reach out, ask me some questions. I'd love to get on the phone with you and kind of help you dive into and kind of take your health by the reins so that you can help get healthy. So that's today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you don't already follow my YouTube channel, it's called Constantly Varied Nutrition. I post all of my content in full on there, so check it out. Bye.